Behind set for a nice setup. Mount Notre Dame got their hands on it, but it went out of bounds. Here we are. Mason service is Hoffman to Notre Dame. That's another one out of bounds. Number 2, Hendrickson, really put a lot behind that one. She needs to flip that wrist down so that ball will be inbounds. One of those nice, powerful spikes that she's doing. Here comes Hoffman on the service. It's a short one, and lack of communication on behalf of Mount Notre Dame Cougars gives Mason another point, 16-10. Now we have Mason back on the roll. Great service, nice set, and a great, powerful spike down on the court of Mason. A few substitutions coming in. We have number 6, Ms. Chrisman, for Mount Notre Dame on the service. Nice serve, nice pass, nice set. Side out to Mount Notre Dame. Nice setup to the front row. Behind the back, from the back row spike. Go to push to the outside hitter, and that worked for them. It worked for them. See, if she'd have tapped that one or tried to push that one over, they'd have been right in position. But she spiked at it, so it went further into their court. They weren't able to recover. Got a few substitutions coming in. Right now we have number 1 for servicing for the Mason, Miss Torati, to Mount Notre Dame. Nice reflexes. Ball's over Mason's court. Let's see how they set it up. Nice push. And that's right on the line, right on the line. Oh, what they called it. Okay, they called it out. So it is Mason's ball. Oh, wow, number 9. Powerful spike by Kern. Mason's not able to get nowhere underneath that one. We got a good one going on here in Mason High School Gymnasium. Mason has 18, Mount Notre Dame 13 points. Serving 18. Back row spike. And it's into the net. Now, into the net. Good pass, good set, but not good enough. Mount Notre Dame prevails to get the point. Service. So that set was a little too low for number 9 to be able to get under. So the Mason calls time out on the floor, making a couple of little mistakes from what I see. Mason needs to reestablish their pass to the setter. Setter sets a good high or quick set to their hitters. And those hitters get up underneath that ball, push it down. If they're going to push it, they need to look and see where the open spaces are on the other side's court. All in all, both teams are working really hard, working really well. It's a great game right now. Mason is up with 18 points versus Mount Notre Dame with 15. Coming out of the timeout, we have Mount Notre Dame going to be serving the ball. Number 4, Ernst, will be servicing to Mason. So that was a good opportunity. Looks like number 9 saw that opening. Simmons saw that opening on Mount Notre Dame's side and pushed the ball right there. So that was a good decision. Good decision. Side out of Mount Notre Dame. Now it is Mason's turn to put some more points on the board. Behind the back. Behind the back set to number 9, Kern. And she hit it down. Onto the other side, the block went out of bounds. Side out to Mount Notre Dame. Number 15, Wolf on the serve. Got some free balls going on here. Nice. That was a nice spike by Mason off the hands of Mount Notre Dame. Mason gets the ball and the points. Score, Mason 20 points to Mount Notre Dame 16. Number 13, Popplewell on the service. Oh, wow. Number 3, Wolf, brought her hand all the way back, slapped that wrist down. Good service. Wow. There's no question about that one. Number 19, Jackson. Quick set to the middle, hitter. Nice way to finish. Now servicing to Mason. Mount Notre Dame's number 12, Wolonsky. Nice recovery, out of bounds. Nice recovery, good reflexes on behalf of Mount Notre Dame, but it's just not enough. We have a few substitutions coming in for Mason. On the service, we have Flowerdew on the service to Mount Notre Dame. Number 3, out of bounds. Again, she is back pretty far. She needs to either push that one, find the open spot, or she needs to spike that down. Another timeout on the floor. We have Mason with 23, Mount Notre Dame with 17. So I'm thinking the coach is telling them to make sure they're moving, make sure they're making the most of each of those free balls that are coming their way. They have to be ready for, and this is for both teams, they have to be ready for those quick pushes over the net, and they have to have their territories covered for those long spikes. Now Mount Notre Dame is doing some nice spiking to the Mason side. They have to get up underneath those. The blockers need to get up and put their hands up so they can at least take some of that power off of those spikes. So they'll have a chance to get up underneath them. So here we go, coming out of the timeout again. Mason's up 23, servicing to Mount Notre Dame with 17 points. Number 3, Flowerdew on the service. Number 3, that's a good job. Nice save. Off the block, they recovered. Oh, good play action on both sides. Both sides got a chance to pass, set, and spike. But Notre Dame put an end to it with this one. Now, Mason did get their hands on that block, but we just have to get people to move their feet and get up underneath those. Back behind you. Behind your back. Then we have a free ball coming over. Way to talk. Oh. Good attempt by number 13, Hogan, but we had number 8, King, bring that ball all the way down. Nice set. Nice way to end that play. Now we have game point, 24-18. And game. Yeah, I think that during this transition, Mount Notre Dame might want to talk about setting those short sets. They have to give their team players enough time to get underneath. We'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Hi! You think you're probably sober? Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
And we are back on the court of Mason High School with a competition between Mason and Mount Notre Dame High School volleyball. This first game started kind of slow, but Mount Notre Dame came back and made the game more exciting. We started the game with 7-0 with Mason ahead. Notre Dame called a timeout and regrouped, and then really came back on fire. They were getting up under the spikes. They were getting up under the serves, doing the nice pass set and spike, or pass set and push. They moving their feet, blocking. So it became a good game. Now, Mason did come out on top. We'll see what happens this time. Mason's taking the floor. They've come out of their timeout. They're ready. Let's look and see what Mount Notre Dame's going to do on this game. So we begin this next one with Mason taking game one. See how many games we're going, how many matches we get in today. It is best out of 5. Hopefully we'll see some fire under both of these teams today. Right on this game. Got a nice crowd here on the court of Mason High School in Mason, Ohio. It's great to see people come out and support women's sports on a Saturday afternoon. This crowd is pretty packed. It's impressive. Great community of people coming out to support their girls. Mount Notre Dame is taking the court. Looks like everyone's ready to get started with game 2 of this possible 5-game series between Mount Notre Dame Comets and, Mason Comets and the Mount Notre Dame Cougars. Checking the lineups, making sure everyone's where they should be. And as we begin game 2, Mason High School takes the service. Started with Miss Simmons on the serve to Mount Notre Dame. All up, service good. Nice reflexes. Nice set, nice block. Put your hands on it. Oh. Now that was a great play action, great hustling. You can't really ask for more. Ball just didn't get to land inside of the antenna, but that was a good play action. Now we have Mount Notre Dame serving to Mason. Small, quick sets to the middle hitters. Looks like there was some type of violation on Mount Notre Dame's part. So Mason gets the ball back. We are tied 1-1. Number 13, Popplewell on the service. Outside hitter. And is out of bounds. Out of bounds. And who gets that ball? Did they touch it? No, they didn't. So it is Mount Notre Dame serve. Okay, so on this end, good play action, but there was no communication on Mason's part. Zero got right in front of number 1, who looked like she was in position to get that, to return that. Here we have Mount Notre Dame's number 12, Bilansky, on the service. Nice set, nice return. I think that she, nice return. Way to save the ball. Everybody's moving their feet, active. Yes, the ball did not go over the net. You only get 3 hits, ladies. All right, we got some substitutions going on over on Mason's side. On the service, we have number 3, Flower Dew for Mason, serving to Notre Dame. Service good. Nice. Whoop. Set to the middle hitter, number 19. Side out, Jackson. Middle hitter is number 19, Jackson. We have Ernst from Mount Notre Dame servicing Mason. $15, a little too far back to get that wrist flip down. Right now we have Mount Notre Dame ahead of Mason, 5 points to 2 points. That was a nice quick set to the middle. They took advantage of it, kept the ball in, and it's side out Mount Notre Dame to Mason. Mason now has a chance to get some more points on the board. We have Mason trailing Mount Notre Dame 3-5. Right now we have number 8, King, on the service. It seems when little mistakes like that happen, it always seems to be a lack of communication. They've got to keep talking to each other. King serving, having a chance to tie it up. Again, short serve to the middle, but it didn't work for Mount Notre Dame. We have King is able to tie it up, 5-5, serving to Mount Notre Dame. And off the block, we have Mason touch the ball off the block right there. And it is now out of bounds to Mount Notre Dame. On the service, we have number 21, Henderson, serving to Mount Notre Dame. They're taking the lead 6-5. Another short serve, short set. And then we have a back set. And we have somebody, number 4 or 5 in the net, I think. Side out, so Mount Notre Dame gets a point. Mount Notre Dame now leading 7-5. That's a short serve. Barely made it over net, but it made it. And Mount Notre Dame had to pay the price for that one. So Mount Notre Dame ends their servicing, giving it to Mason, taking the lead 7-6. Mason's trailing. We have number 0, Hoffman, serving to Mount Notre Dame. Nice free ball over. And they called that in, called it in. So that is Mason's ball. Or is it? Well, somebody called it in, somebody called it out. So whatever it is, it's now Mount Notre Dame's ball. And they take the score up 8-6. Nice communication there. Way to move your feet, Mason. Here we have number 15. She flicked Darby. She flicked that wrist down, got that ball to go down into the block, off their hands, and out of bounds. Mason takes the ball. We have number 1, Tarati, having a chance to tie the game back up. Mason trails 7-8. They push the ball out to the outside hitter, and the game is tied 8-8. Tarati on the serve to Mount Notre Dame. Can they take the lead here? Can they take the lead? Tarati on the serve, serving Mount Notre Dame. Mason's up now, 9-8. Outside hitter, nice save, pushed it out to the setter. Got a double hit somewhere. Rotation on Mount Notre Dame side. Mount Notre Dame takes the ball. Tied game. Will Mount Notre Dame be able to break the tie and go ahead? 13 points each. Yes, they did. I think number one, Tarati, at the last second decided to try and just use her hands to return the ball. Here we go. There she is. So great. Looks like a lot of people can set that ball. Mount Notre Dame, it's in. That was great play action going on both sides. Mount Notre Dame prevails. Mount Notre Dame leads 11-9. We have number 13, Hogan, on the serve. Another short serve to the front line. And Mount Notre Dame plays. It seems like when Mount Notre Dame does a short serve, Mason is all over it. They just set it up perfectly to the setter. The setter sets it perfectly to the hitter, and the hitter does their job. Now we have Mason serving to Mount Notre Dame. Number 9, Kern, tries to spike it, but it's just too high, out of bounds. Number 4, Simmons on the serve. Tied game. Will we be able to break the tie here? Another back hit. Yeah, well, we broke the tie, but it's Mount Notre Dame's favor. So number 15, Wolf, serves for Mount Notre Dame. Number 8. Oh, great reflexes. It hit off her shoulder, and they were able to stay focused and get underneath that ball. Good job on behalf of Mason. Good reflexes, not falling asleep, keeping that ball alive. Unfortunately, it didn't work out in their favor, but it showed great teamwork. Ball set to Mason. Number 13, Popplewell, takes the serve. Mason serving Mount Notre Dame. They're down by 1, 12-13. Out of bounds. Now the game is tied up. 13-13. Popplewell can help them can put Mason ahead. And in that one, the passer was turned towards, awkwardly. She wasn't set shoulders to where she wanted the ball to go, and the ball went off her hands. Here we are. Back set, free ball. Outside hitter. Out of bounds, out of bounds. Here we are. I guess out of bounds. Mason is pulling away, 16-13. Number 13, Popplewell, still on the serve. Brought Mason back from the deficit. again, that short set, it was just a little too short for number 19 Jackson to get underneath it. They're gonna have to revisit that. So we've got timeout on the floor. Both teams discussing their successes and their non-successes here. That short set, as far away from the net as she is, she can't have a short set that far away from the net. She's going to have to get that short set closer to the net so that her middle hitters can get the ball and flick their wrist down so it can work. Otherwise, the middle hitter is going to have to push it onto the other court because they're too far away from the net to be able to flip their wrist down. So hopefully Mount Notre Dame is talking about that, those short sets, and regrouping so that they can take advantage of that. I think those are some great strategies to get the other team off of their toes, but they've got to make it work. Coming out of the timeout, we have Mason leading over MND 17-13. 13 Popplewell on the serve. And that is a good one. That is a good one. Number 3 on the return. Wolf. Right down onto the ground floor, onto the territory of the Comets. Wow, and it was out of bounds. That was a good play action. Kind of everything happened right in the front. Blocks, sets, spikes. Nothing really happened on the back line in that rotation. Here we have Mason servicing to MND. Number 3, Flowerdew. Right down the line. Nice set, nice pass, nice set, nice spike. They take the ball away from Mason. And now it is MND's turn to put some points on the board. Number 4, Ernst with the service. And that was called out of bounds. Now we have Miss King ready to serve, but we have conversation going on with the officials. Could be talking about a few things, but I wonder what it is. So he spoke to the other official. They're talking to the head coach of Mount Notre Dame. So something happened on their part. So I don't know if it was rotation, but the coach isn't looking real happy. Looks like maybe the captain is addressing the official just to find out what's going on. They should share it with all of us. I wish they had a microphone on so we can know what's being said, what happened. Well, we're going to go ahead and proceed, not knowing what happened, but it is Mason's ball. Miss King on the service to Mount Notre Dame. That's another one. So where does that start? Was that the passer not getting a good ball to the setter? Or was that the setter not getting a good set to the spiker or the hitter? I don't know, it's a team effort. Everybody has to do their part. So here's the replay. That setter tried to get the good set, and she really did get it up. But number 19 just could not finish it. So now we're here at a timeout. We have Mount Notre Dame trailing Mason with 15 points to Mason's 20. Mason takes the court first, and we have number 8, Miss King, ready to serve the ball. We have everything in order. Service, to Mount Notre Dame. Good ball up. Good serve. And I don't know. Maybe Mason got out of that timeout and fell asleep, but that was a nice, easy ball they could have got up under. I'm sure they're going to learn from that. That's not going to happen again. So now we have number 21, Miss Henderson, servicing to Mason. Number 15, double hit on behalf of Mason. That was a good hustle, but it was a double hit. So Mount Notre Dame gets the ball and gets the point. Mason still leads 20-17. Off the block. Mount Notre Dame gets another point. So here we are. Good spike. And number 15 really did get her hands on it, but there was no one behind to help off that block. Again, when you don't have your shoulders set to where you want the ball to go, it's liable to go right off your hands in the other direction. They have to make sure that their shoulders and their bodies are set towards. And we have another timeout. Another timeout on the floor. We have Mason 20 points, Mount Notre Dame 19. Wonder what the coach is telling them. I don't know. Could be a couple of things. Talk about that short set. Could be talking about recovering. Could be talking about blocking. You have to come together and stay on the toes. Have to stay focused. Everybody has to do their part. Not to perfection, but at least so that everyone's able to do their jobs. The hitters have to get up high enough and make sure that they put some good spikes on the other side. The setters need to set it up high enough so that the hitters can get underneath it and have a good spike or a good hit. And then the passers need to make sure to get those passes to the setters nice and high so that the setter has a time to make a good set. Now we have Mount Notre Dame serving to Mason. Come out of that timeout, and Mount Notre Dame takes it from Mason. Well, they keep it. Now the score is tied, 20-20. Can MND take the lead here? It's a nice high pass. Nice block on behalf of MND. Back into Warriors court. And MND takes the lead, 21-20. That was a good timeout. Mount Notre Dame seems to be on fire. Nice recovery. Oh, wow. I tell you, Mount Notre Dame is looking like a different team. MND is looking like a different team. They are taking this score up to 22-20. Number 21 is Hendrickson on the serve. Double hit on behalf of Mason. Double hit. Here we have another timeout. Another timeout on the floor. Right now, Mount Notre Dame is leading this match 23 to Mason 20. Mason is the home team in this competition. And it's a good game. Mount Notre Dame came out of that timeout on fire. So I don't know what the coach said, but he just say the exact same thing to them so that they could come out on fire. Mason needs to regroup and figure out what they're going to do to stop this serve. Coach is still talking to him. Hopefully he's pumping them up. They're looking really serious. Hopefully the girls are ready to come out. Hopefully Mason is ready to return this serve and do something. Let's see. This is good. This is a good game. This is a hot game. So we have number 21, Miss Hendrickson, on the serve to Mason. Good serve. Yes. 15, actually you did hit the ball. and not pushed it, caused a side out to Mount Notre Dame. So Mason was able to recover, get the ball back. We have Hoffman on the serve, serving 21 to 23. They need to come back from this deficit. Into the net. They're not going to do it that way. Just shake it off, ladies. Time to return this next set. Rotation going on. Number 6 coming into the game, Miss Christman. And she will be serving for Mount Notre Dame. 24-21 game point. Make it count. They did. That was a nice short set to the middle hitter who crushed it. Miss number 9, Miss Kern, pushed that ball down, side out. So now we have an equal wins by both teams. We have 1-1. Mount Notre Dame won the second match. Mason won the first match. So now they're going to take a look for the timeout, 3 minutes. And we'll be back with game number 3.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
So we are back here at Mason High School in Mason, Ohio. Great competition between Mason Comets versus the Mount Notre Dame Cougars, ladies volleyball. Game 1 went to Mason. Game 2 went to Mount Notre Dame. And I tell you, it was a heated competition in game number 2. Mount Notre Dame seemed to lead the game, most of the game. But Mason kept fighting back. They never went away. And this second game ended up in Mount Notre Dame's favor. Mount Notre Dame had a timeout. Actually, it was a little discussion between the referee and the coach. And they weren't too happy with the call. And I don't know if the girls from Mount Notre Dame came back with a vengeance, ready to just put this game to an end. Were they motivated? I don't know, but whatever it was, they came out with a win. So now we have game 3 about to begin. They've switched sides of the court. And we have a competition ready to go. Now, both teams, this is game 3, so we're definitely going to have 4 games, 4 matches, best out of 5. So depending on who wins this next game, we'll definitely have a game 4 and possibly a game 5. I am looking forward to 5 games. That would be awesome for a Saturday afternoon. Again, the crowd is hyped. There's a lot of people here cheering on both teams. And I am just so excited to see so many people here cheering on girls volleyball on a Saturday afternoon. So we're coming out of this, ready to begin match number 3. Both teams taking the court. Shaking their hands, motivating each other, pumping each other up. Love to see 5 games. 5 close, tight, heated games. They are giving the crowd their money's worth, I tell you that. That was a good second game. First game was pretty good too, ended very well. Mount Notre Dame comes out of this game, begins this game with the serve. Number 13, Ms. Hogan, servicing to Mason. And we have number 13 coming out of the gate, Ms. Popplewell, on a nice, here we are, nice, right between the two players of Mount Notre Dame. We have number 4, Miss Simmons, serving over to MND. Oh, wow. Number 3, no one's going to get underneath that one from Wolf. Wolf was high. She had her arms high, and she snapped that arm down. No one's going to be able to get underneath that. If we don't have anyone blocking that one, it's going to be difficult for somebody to actually be able to return a controlled pass to the setter off that spike. Free ball coming over. Back set. And again, caught number 21. I think 21 thought it was going to come even further to her. She's going to have to move her feet. She caught her with her feet. Right there. Wow, wow. Number 19, Miss Jackson on the return off the hit to Mason. Mount Notre Dame is on the serve. Tie game, 2-2. It's a good service. Outside hitter. Outside hitter. Into the net. Mason? Or out of bounds. Out of bounds on Mason's part. Mount Notre Dame gets the score and breaks the tie. Nice serve. It's a nice high. Oh, I love to see her. I'd love to see number 9 do what number 3 just did. Maybe there's a miscommunication between the setter and the hitter, but the hitter really needs to get up underneath that ball and give Mount Notre Dame some problems with giving those free balls. MND is taking this one. They've rounded off with 5 points to begin this game, 5-2. Number 12, Wilamski on the serve. On this back serve, here we are. On the back serve, number 9 did go ahead and spike it, just like I wanted her to. It's great, but Mount Notre Dame was ready. But that block by number 3, Wolf. Outside hitter. Everyone was up at the circle. They need to spread out. Everyone has to have their positions, be on their positions. Timeout called. We have Mount Notre Dame up 7 points to Mason 2. I'm thinking. Oh, okay. If you're on a volunteer for ICRC TV, we need you. Come contact us. We have our contact information here, icrctv.com, or you can give us a call at 513-772-4272. We need you. Back on the court of Mason High School, we have Mount Notre Dame servicing to Mason. Mason just saved that. Number 3, she's going to spike that ball. And number 8's going to spike that ball. Number 8 is Miss King for Mason. Again, interested in volunteering? Come on, give us a call. ICRCTV.com. Look us up. We need you. Number 3, Flowerden on the serve, out of bounds to Mount Notre Dame. MND now serving. We have number 4, Miss Ernst, serving for the Cougars to the Comets. That is a nice one. Number 15, Miss Darby puts the keel down. Now we have Miss King on the serve. Warriors with 4, serving Mount Notre Dame with 8. Service is good. Got a block, got a tip. Here's another push. Back set. Oh. Yes, we go. I tell you, the more you set, you pass set spike or hit, the more you're going to wear down the other team. When you give them those pushes, that gives them a chance to regroup, a nice free ball over, and then they can get their nice pass set spike in. On the service, King to Mount Notre Dame. Number 4 leaned into trying to pass that ball to the setter. She's going to have to move her feet. We have number 8, King, bringing Mason back into the game, 6-8. Back hit, out of bounds. Out of bounds. We have Mason on the serve. Miss King, can she tie the game up? We have 7-8. Mason serving Mount Notre Dame. Here we have King. And it is a tie. It's a tie game. 8-7-8. Have a little rotation coming in. Wolf coming in for Mount Notre Dame. We have 8. Miss King on the service. Tied game. Can she break the tie? Or who will break the tie? Oh, it's out of bounds. That was a great setup. Number 19 really has some power in that hit, but it was out of bounds. Luckily for Mason. Mason pulls away with 9. King serving. Nice pass, nice set, nice block, nice touch, nice recovery. Here we go. All right, we have Mason side out to Mount Notre Dame. We have number 8, Miss Coffee, serving for the Cougars. Back set, block off the hands of Mount Notre Dame. That was a short-lived rotation for number 8, Miss Coffee. She's back out of the game. And Mason serving. We have Miss Hoffman serving to MND. Nice pass, nice set, nice hit, and it's over. Off the block. That touched it by Mason. Back to Mount Notre Dame. Going back and forth, back and forth. Substitution for Mount Notre Dame. We're bringing in number 21, Miss Henderson, sorry. Hendersman. So this one, Mason took it back to their hitter, middle back hitter, Miss King. And she was able to kill it. Now we have Miss Tarati for Mason, serving to MND. Mason has 11, MND with 10. That was a nice setup by MND. Number 7, Markley, killing it. Sending the kill to Mason's court. Now we have number 13 for MND, Miss Hogan, on the service. Tied game. Who will break this tie? Nice communication. I hear her talking. That was they tried to do a back set, but it's not high enough. Henderson. Back hit again by their number 8, Miss King. Miss King is the back hitter. Miss King is a front hitter. She's a middle hitter. Miss King is a server. She's a blocker. She's doing it all over the court. Gotta get your hands underneath that. Move your feet, ladies. And I'm thinking Mount Notre Dame may want to take a timeout. Don't let Mason pull too far away. Here we go. Number 4, Miss Simmons on the serve. Number 3, Miss Wolf on the keel. Brings the ball back to Mount Notre Dame. The tied up score of 13-13. Told you folks, this is going to be a hot game. Going back and forth, back and forth. 13 points each. Nice pass. That's going to be a double hit. Double hit from the Mason Comets. Gives Mount Notre Dame the ball and a 14-13 lead over Mason. Now that was a nice setup, and hopefully I'm thinking that Comets saw that open spot on Mount Notre Dame's side. So Mason gets the ball back. Tie game, 14-14. We have number 13, Miss Popwell on the serve. Nice pass, nice set. And then we have we did get a block. We got our hands on that keel from the front blockers. But Mason wasn't able to get underneath there. Substitution for MND. We have number 12, Miss Wolanski on the serve. We have them trailing 14-15. And that's a quick side out. Time for Mason to see if they can pull away. They have 15 up. Tied game. Who's going to break this tie? Number 3, Flowerden on the serve. Oh, number 3 came from somewhere in the back row to kill that one and give Mount Notre Dame the lead. On the service. So I think we have someone shoulder into the net. So that is side out. Mason's ball. We have Miss King on the serve. Tied game. Who will break this tie? 16-16. And it's over. And we have Miss Hoffman with the hit. And Notre Dame could not save it. So Mason breaks the tie, lead going up 17-16. Miss King servicing to MND. And an awesome kill by number 19, Miss Jackson. She got up underneath that. So now we have number 8, Miss Coffey back in. Hopefully she can get some points in this time. They took her right in and right out last rotation. Here we are. Free ball. In the net, unfortunately. And here we are again. Miss Coffin comes right, but Miss Coffey coming right out. Bringing Miss Jackson back in. Now we have number 8, Miss Hoffman, number 0, serving for Mason. Number 7. Nice serve. Nice push over. And we have number 9, Miss Kern, on the hit, down the middle. Mason couldn't react quick enough. So now we have another tie game. I think we've had 5, 10 ties so far this game. Both teams are on their A game, bringing it. Oh, wow. I think that Mason thought the play was over. But number 8 saved that ball. Told you, she's a back passer. She's a hitter, middle hitter, blocker. She's doing it all. Oh, number 7. I think she wasn't she wasn't ready, but it's okay. Game tied, 19-19. Have some substitutions going on. And we have number 1, Miss Tarati, on the serve. We have another tied game, 19-19. Mason serving MND. And it's over. And number 9 was alert, got up there. Miss Simmons got up there and was able to place that ball back on Mount Notre Dame's court. Mason breaks that tie, bringing the score 20-19. Nice pass, nice hit. We have a hit outside. I think that was a double hit. Double hit. We have a rotation over from MND. Time giving another tie game, 20-20. Have number 13, Ms. Hogan, on the serve.
Now serving for MND, Lauren Hogan.
Off the block, off the hands of MND. Side out, we have 21 Mason, MND 20. For Mason, we have Miss Simmons on the serve.
Now serving for the Comets, Hannah Simmons.
Oh, that's a nice high ball. Gave him enough chance to get over. Good recovery. Oh. Well, that one, you really can't do much but put your hands up and hope for the best. And that's what that's what Mason did. Just hope for the best, because that ball was coming, I don't know, 80 miles an hour. MND on the serve, number 15, Ms. Wolf. And right into the block of Mount Notre Dame, number 8, Miss Kane, hits that ball, and that block couldn't stop him. Mason is leading game number 3, 22-21. We have number 13, Miss Hopperwell, on the serve, bringing the score 23-21. We have a timeout on the floor. We have the crowd cheering on the Comets. MND's taking the floor. Mason still huddling up. They're about to take the floor. Have our line judges discussing with our referee. Everyone's taking their places. And we are rounding out game number 3. Right now we have Mason with 23 points, MND with 21. Mason on the serve, Miss Popplewell. Oh, and it hits the net. And so that's the point. And now we have another timeout. Back when I used to play, which was so long ago, so many rules have changed, but when the ball hit the net, they call net and the play was over. But now it hits the net, and as long as it goes to the other side, it's game play. So that would have probably come in handy for me back in the day. I hit the ball into the net or hit the net a few times. I used to side serve. I don't even know if they do that anymore. I haven't seen anyone do it yet. But if I see someone do a side serve, I'm gonna go shake their hand. That's old school technique. All right, we have game point on the floor. 24-point Mason serving 21 MND. Number 13. Now that one went into the net. The rules haven't changed pertaining that. If it goes into the net, game is over. For sir, I mean that point is over. Out of bounds, touched by Mason's blockers. Now we have 23-24. MD creeping back into the game. This is still game point. Still game point for Mason. Into the net. Game goes to Mason. That was a hard-fought game. Really hard-fought game. Both teams should continue to stay proud of themselves. Just correct those few errors that they were making. I think that they ended up these games on their toes. They're doing a good job recovering, moving. So now we are going to head into game number 4. We'll be there when they get started.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
And we are here on the court of Mason High School with a great competition between Mason High School and Mount Notre Dame volleyball. We are into the beginning of game 4. We've had 3 heated matches. Mason right now takes the lead, winning 2 games to Mount Notre Dame's 1. But these teams are going toe-to-toe. No one's walking away with a game. Both teams are going to have to put in 100% effort throughout the game, because once one person slips or one team slips, the other team is coming back. So this is not going to be an easy win for either team. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Like I said, I'd love to see 5 matches. Right now we're going to number 4. If Mason wins number 4, then we're going to be done for the day. But if Mount Notre Dame wins number 4, oh, what an exciting game number 5 that's going to be. And I'm sure the crowd was going to appreciate a game 5. I think they already appreciate the competition that's going on in the courts between the 2 teams. The girls are leaving it all here. They're working hard. They're talking. They're moving their feet. They're giving the crowd something to cheer about. So as we begin game number 4, again, Mason leads the series right now with 2. Mount Notre Dame has 1. We're going into game 4, and we'll see how we fare out. Both teams are on the floor. Referees are checking spots, make sure everyone's where they're supposed to be. Looking forward to a fantastic game number 4 between the Mason Comets and the MND Cougars. Going into game number 4, Mason will start the serve. Number 4, Miss Simmons. So the game starts out on fire. We've got passes, sets, and hits on both ends. Mount Notre Dame came out on top with that one. Number 15, Miss Wolf, serving. Serving a short set right over the net, causing Mason to return it right to the net, and then MND able to drop it right down back on their court. MND leads the game right now, 2-0. Good hustle on Mason's side. And a nice set by MND. A nice set and a nice spike by Mason, but a great block by MND. So they're pulling away 3 points. Number 15, Ms. Wolf on the serve. There's another one of those short sets. Moving their feet, everyone's going. Yeah, when number 8 hits the ball, she arches her back. That ball has no choice but to follow the motion of her body and go down because she arches her back and then comes back into it. That ball's going down. Mount Notre Dame, number 19, Miss Jackson with the hit into the block, into the hands of Mason. Number 12, Malonsky on the service to Mason. Unfortunately, it is into the net. As I said, those rules haven't changed. Any ball served into the net is side out. So now we have the Comets, number 3, Miss Flowerdew on the service. Off the hit, off the block, the Mason Comets get the ball. Servicing to MD is Miss Flowerdew. Have an out of bounds on that hit, but again, they need to keep doing that. It's keeping Mason on their toes. We have a tied game, 4-4. We have a double hit from Mason. That calls a side out. MND gets the ball. Number 4, Miss Ernst substitutes in as server, serving to Mason. Back set to number 8, Miss King. Back set to number 10, Middendorf pulls that one down. And we had Miss Hoffman try to return it to no avail. Here we are, MND service. Nice save. And we had a nice hit, but it was out of bounds by number 15, Miss Darby, who hit that ball down. Number 4, Miss Ernst, serving Mason. Right now, MND is up 7. Mason's 4. And that's a side out. Point goes to Mason. We have Miss King on the back line, ready to serve the ball. MND gets that point. Number 19, Miss Jackson, hits it right into the block of Mason Comets. Now we have number 21, Miss Henderson, on the serve. Oh. That looked like it hit the ball, hit the ground. Yeah, it hit the ground. Although they wanted to keep playing, that ball hit the ground. So who hit that ball? Yes, Miss King. Miss King from the middle back hitter puts it into MND's run. Right now, we have Mason trailing MND 6-9. Number 0, Miss Hoffman on the service. Nice return. Get that. Great play, great play. Great play by the ladies. Working hard, doing everything they can, not leaving anything on the court. We have a substitution, number 6, Miss Chrisman in for the serve for MND. MND leads Mason 10-6. And unfortunately, Miss Chrisman serves it out of bounds. We have rotation number 1, Miss Tarati in on the serve. I love how everyone has their roles to play. Everyone comes in, knows what role they need to play, does it. Look at the reflexes of these girls. Yes. We have number 9, Miss Simmons on the keel for Mason. That's side out. Now it is Mason's turn to put some more points on the board. Miss Tarati on the serve. Free ball coming over. Oh, lack of communication. What happened? No one talked. And it fell on the floor on Mason's side. So that's a side out for Mason. Now it is MND's turn to come in and put some points on the board. MND still in the lead over Mason, 11-8. And number 13, Miss Topperwall on the keel for Mason. Mason gets that ball back. Now we have a score, Mason 9, MND 11. Number 4, Miss Simmons on the serve. We'll take it. I'm sure Mount Notre Dame is happy about that. Anytime you can get a point, it's a good thing. So now we have side out. Mason, Mount Notre Dame on the serve. We have Miss Wolf on the serve for MND. MND leads this game 12-9. Here we have number 8 on this keel. Number 9 on the keel. I love to see the girls actually spiking those balls, and they're so strong that it looks like they have to spike it on an angle, gives them more space. Otherwise, the ball might always be out of bounds. Smart play. Number 8, Miss King. Oh, reliable on the keel. Gives the ball to. There you go. Look at that replay. There's no help. Nice reflexes for MND. And number 3, Miss Wolf on the keel. Side out to MND. MND is leading again, 13-11. Miss Wolonsky on the service. Oh, and we'll keep playing. Hit in the face counts. Hit in the face count, and I'm so glad that it counted for MND, so she can say that was worth it. Nice blocks by MND. Number 12, Wolanski on the serve. Mount Notre Dame leads Mason 14-11. And we have number 8 and 14 on the block. Get that ball back. Brings Mason to 12, serving 14. And we have a kill for MND. Substitutions. Everyone's set, ready to play. MND gets the ball, leading the game 15-12. We have number 4, Miss Ernst, on the serve. And she serves it out, giving the ball right back to Mason. Mason trails 13-15. We have Miss King on the serve. Great reflexes. Everyone's still playing. Ball still alive. Oh, still alive. Oh. People were calling out, but I don't know. It may not have been out. May not have been out. I think Miss King was too close to comfort, so she went for it. Now we have number 21, Miss Henderson for MND. Henderman for MND with the serve. We have MND gets the point. We have someone was into the net here. Number 21, Miss Henderman on the serve. Right off that net. Oh, number 15, that's powerful. She got to come right back at him with that. Yeah, you know, bringing that ball so close to the front of the net, it's just really hard to judge what to do. Sometimes you want to try to block it down. Sometimes you want to try and tip it over. In this case, she tipped it down. She was able to tip it down from MND. Good call. But being on the offense, you just don't know what the response is. But the girls are all going to have to anticipate those tips when it goes to the front of the net. So close to the net, you really don't have lots of choices because you don't want to go into the net. So the tip is probably going to be the easiest thing to do to get that ball back over, keep it in play for your team. So here we are coming out of our timeout. Mount Notre Dame has the ball. They're serving Mason. Leading the game is MND with 18. Mason has 13. Number 21, Ms. Henderson on the serve. And we have our back hit missed by number 8, Ms. King. Side out. We have Ms. Hoffman on the serve. Mason trails 14-8. Service to MND. Another run close to the net. We have a rotation. Mount Notre Dame gets the ball. We have 19, serving Mason 14. Number 6, Miss Chrisman on the serve. Oh, goodness. She served it out. She served it out the last time she came in. Every one of these serves count. This game is going to be so close. They need to make sure at least the services are good. That gives them an opportunity to score. Now we have number 1, Tarati for Mason, serving to MND. And a block on behalf of MND serves that ball right back to Mason and gives the ball back to MND. MND now a 20-15 lead over Mason. We have number 13, Miss Hogan, on the serve for MND. Well, that was a nice, smart tip over to the open area. Side out to Mason. Number 4, Miss Simmons on the serve. Again, when those balls are so tight to the net, you really don't have a choice because you really can't spike it because you don't want to go into the net. Good read by Miss Simmons. And that's a nice kill from MND, giving the ball back to MND. We have number 15, Miss Wolf, ready to serve.
Now serving for MND.
MND leading the game, 21-16. There's a nice set, or pass set kill. Miss Simmons. She's being really active on that front line now. We have Miss Hollowell on the serve for Mason. Off the tip. We have point to MND. MND now has 22-17 Mason. I don't know. I think I told you all it's going to be a 5-game day. Off the net. Not quick enough. 23-17. It's a nail biter. Number 12, Miss Wolonsky on the serve to Mason. We have Miss King. What a great, great action on the front row. Takes the ball away from Mount Notre Dame. And Mason now gets the serve. We have number 3, Miss Flowerden, service. Let's see how many points Miss Flowerden can get on the board. Trailing 18-23. Nice high pass. I tell you, Miss King is working that girl. How is it going to end? How is it going to end? How is it going to end? And I'm looking to see which way it went. Okay, it went to Mason. Some people called it in, some people called it out. Mason prevails. So we have number 3, Miss Flowerdew. Here we are with that front line. That front line is tricky. It is so tricky when it's so close to the net. And Mason prevails. We have Miss Flowerdew bringing points to Mason. And we had Miss Wolf put a stop to that. She's now going to go ahead and serve. We have game point to MND. Game point. And we got some water on the floor that they're taking care of. Maybe it's sweat because the girls are working hard. Probably is more like sweat than water. No one's been drinking water on the floor. So they're wiping up some of this hard-working sweat these girls are putting on the floor. And we have game point. Oh, into the net, Mason. And game 4 goes to MND. So I hate to say it. No, I actually do like to say it. I told you so. This is going to be a 5-game day. And MND has now 2 under their belt. Mason has 2 under their belt. Mason won games 1 and 3. Mount Notre Dame won games 2 and 4. We'll be back with game 5.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Greg, come on, man, let's split a ride home.
Back on the court of Mason High School in Mason, Ohio. This court is on fire. These girls are playing really hard. We've got some hot competition going on right now. 4 games down, 2-2. This is the decider, game number 5. Both teams, I'm sure, want this so bad. They're working so hard today. Whoever loses is going to be disappointed. Whoever wins is going to know that they were lucky, because this could go either way. Both teams are strong. Both teams are moving. Both teams are getting underneath those serves. They're getting underneath those hits. They are getting those balls to the setter. They're doing everything they can. They're leaving it all out here. So I'm excited about this game number 5. Let's see how many points past 25 we go. I do not think anyone's going to walk away with this one, but that's me calling it from the beginning of game 5. Let's see if I'm right. Both teams are down on the court, taking the court. And it looks like we are ready to get started. In game 5, both teams remain on their same court, so there's no rotation to different courts. So the courts have not changed. Mount Notre Dame stays to my left, and Mason stays to my right. Starting out, we have Ms. Hogan starting out game 5. So we had Ms. Simmons starting the game out strong with a hit off the block of MND that goes out of bounds. So that makes it Mason's ball. They have number 4, Ms. Simmons, on the serve. Getting underneath those balls, moving around. They're going to leave everything on the court. Nice hit, nice keel by number 8, Ms. King. Here we are. Ms. Simmons servicing. Mason ahead 2-0 over MND. Oh, I tell you, that just seems so unfair. But such good luck on the side of Mason. The ball hit the net and dropped right onto the front line. She had no idea. Mason is up 3-0. And that's out of bounds. Off the block, point goes to MND. MND now on the board with 1 to Mason's 3. Number 15, Miss Wolf on the serve. Another middle hit. Putting it back. Look at them getting underneath these hits. Wow. And then Miss King puts an end to the calamity. She says, give it to me. I want to kill it. I want to end this. I want a point for my team. So number 19 did a good keel, but it was blocked and kept in play by Mason. But they came out victorious in that round. Mount Notre Dame gets the ball back. Number 12, Miss Wolonsky on the serve. Mount Notre Dame leads Mason right now, 4-2. Make that 5-2. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Mount Notre Dame trails Mason. Now they have 3. Mason has 4. Mason now has 5. Side out, Mount Notre Dame. We have number 3, Miss Flowerdew, on the serve.
Serving for the Commons, Bailey Flowerdew.
Up close to the net. Backs. Nice high, giving the setter enough time to get underneath it. Still in play. Free ball over. And I tell you, that ball is just not. Oh, wow. Everyone thought it was over. They thought it was over, but Mount Notre Dame said, we don't quit, we keep going. What is the ref calling? What is the ref calling? There's some question on the court. We're waiting for the official word. And Mount Notre Dame does get it. Like I said, they said we don't quit. We keep going until the whistle blows. Number 4, Ms. Ernst on the serve. So in that set, Ms. King passed the ball and then was able to get right back up and hit the ball. Number 15 on the kill, Miss Darby, right into the block of MND, but that block was not able to stop the power behind number 15 hit. Number 8 now, we have Miss King serving for Mason, leading MND 6-4. We have a push over, and we have Miss King from the back, middle hitter, and she got the ball to drop right over the net. Mason's having such great luck. Yes, there's a lot of skill going on here too, but there's the luck of that net for them. Middle back hitter, middle back hitter. Miss King, I think they're just looking for her. Where are you? So she's serving the ball, she's passing the ball, and she's spiking the ball. Wherever she's at, they're looking for her. Timeout called on the court. Mason leads MND 8-4. Right now we have Miss King serving for Mason, setting or spiking for Mason. Everybody's doing their job. Everybody's doing a job of moving their feet, looking for the ball. That last series where MND, they thought the ball was out. They kept playing and ended up being victorious in that round. Everyone's giving it up today. Again, this is not going to be an easy game. Whoever walks away with this win will know that it is a much worked, hard-fought win. And whoever doesn't win should be still proud of their efforts because everyone's working really hard out here on the court. Coming out of the timeout, we have Miss King on the service, serving to MND. Mason leads 8-4. And the block, although they blocked the ball, it still came back on MND's side inbounds. Such power in that block. They must have just had their hands up and down. That way that ball will ricochet down onto the court. King serving. MND leading 9-4. And then we have number 10, I think that was Miss Middendorf, on the hit, the kill. Mason couldn't get underneath it. Number 21, Miss Hendersman, pulling more points on the board for MND. MND serves 6-9. They call those tips out. Nice save. From the back row, we have Miss King. From the front, block down. Look at this. Great play action. Off the tip. Oh. Good job. Good hustle. Both sides. This did it right here. A little bit too far back. So Mason calls it out, but they were overcalled. She still went and got it. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Still in play. Good play action. Flip that wrist down. Number 15, flip that wrist down. MND just itching their way back to Mason. They have 8 points to Mason's 9. Timeout called on the floor. The anticipation is crazy here. What's going to happen? Who's going to prevail? The nail biter. Women's volleyball, high school level at their finest. Both teams distributing, just showing such great skills, great teamwork, great mobility, great strength. Out of this timeout, we have MND, number 21, Ms. Hendersman, with the serve. She could bring this ball up and tie the game. Free ball. Ooh. Now that was a good read by number 14, Miss Pierce. She was able to just hit it and off of the block. It landed on Mount Notre Dame's side. Now we have number 8, zero, Miss Hoffman on the serve. Mason leads 10-8. And that's out of bounds. We have 10-9, giving MND another point. We have number 6 rotating in, Miss Chrisman on the serve. Now, Miss Chrisman's last 2 serves have been out of bounds. Hopefully she's thought about it and is going to make this one count. Good job, good job. Each one's counting. And it's an out on the return. All right, Miss Chrisman. See what happens when you keep that ball in bounds? Get some points for your team. You have tied the game 10-10. The student section for Mason are on their feet. Mason leads 11-10. We have number 1, Miss Tarati on the serve. Can it get over? Can they get it over? That would have been wild. That would have been wild. Good attempt by both teams. The score is now 11-11. Number 13, Miss Hogan, in the game. Ready to serve some points for her team. Let's see what happens. 11 up. And we have number 13, Miss Popplewell on the keel, taking that ball right back away from MND. MND's ready to return it. We have Mason leading 12-11. Number 4, Miss Simmons on the serve. So the ball went out of bounds, off the block. MND gets the ball right back. 12-12. This might be our first, maybe the second tie of the game. Number 15, Miss Wolf on the serve. So there's some question as whether or not there was a tip on that keel, and it looks like we're having a little discussion to see what the call is. It has been overruled. There was a tip on that block, giving the ball back to Mason. We have number 13, Miss Popplewell, on the serve. Right now, Mason leads the game 13-12. So this is going to be a hard-fought game. They're going to be going back and forth, back and forth. I can just see it. I don't think we're going to stop at 25. I could be wrong, but I think we're going to go past 25 points. I think these girls are not going to give up. So this is the one in question. He hits it, and does it hit? Does it touch? You can't really tell. I can't tell if the direction of the ball changed from somebody tipping it, but it was called tip, so that's what we're going with. Number 13 for Mason is Popplewell on the serve. And off, now that one was tipped by Mason, giving MND the ball. So now we are tie number 3, 13-13, MND servicing to Mason. Is Polonsky on the serve? And we get up. Mason gets up, Mason gets up, Mason gets up, and Mason gets that ball down in MND's zone. So number 19 telling the girls, calm down, we're good, stay focused. We have number 3, Miss Flowerdew on the serve. So Mount Notre Dame gets the keel off of the block of Mason. Mason has the ball go out of bounds. So now we have number 4, Miss Ernst from MND, serving to the Comets. We have a 14-14 tie. So off the block, it's out of bounds, going to Mason. Miss King hits it, and it is blocked, and it goes out of bounds. Keeps the ball in Mason's hand. Mason leads 15-14. King serving to MND. Now that was off the block, that was a definite tip. That was a definite tip. Oh, I'm sorry. That last game goes to 15. Oh, so I was wrong. It didn't get to 25, but hard-fought game, 15-14. Mason keeps their home court and are victorious at home to Mount Notre Dame. 5 hard-fought games. We're leaving you in Mason, Ohio. Mason with the win. 3 games to Mount Notre Dame's 2. Signing out for ICRC TV, Lester Hall. Thank you for joining us.